Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, now in this video we are discussing toxicity of micronutrients. So that is toxicity of micronutrients. Now, under toxicity of micronutrients, what are the points? Now, the requirement of micronutrients is always in low amounts while their moderate decrease causes the deficiency symptoms. So means here what is the point? Suppose if the requirement of micronutrients is always in low amounts while in their moderate decrease, causes the deficiency symptoms. Means here all the time how much of quantity of food materials or the essential micronutrients or essential nutrients we have to give to the plant now. So instead of supplying of adequate quantity of nutrients, suppose if you provide all the time in a low amounts, so thereby definitely that one we can be taken as a moderate decrease. So moderate decrease always causes the deficiency symptoms. Next one, a moderate increase. Now it causes the toxicity. Means, so adequate quantities or adequate amounts, so suppose if you supply means at the time it will not causes any kind of problems. But if you are providing, so like a moderate decrease, so means at the time definitely it causes the deficiency symptoms. And if you provide more quantity of like nutrients also, that causes the toxicity. Means moderate increase causes the toxicity. Means here if you provide adequate quantity of food materials or the nutrients, at the time it will be like optimum growth. Suppose below than that means less than the requirement, suppose if you provide means that causes the deficiency, and less or more than the requirement if you provide means, so that will be causes the toxicity. So likewise here 2 or 3 important points to be discussed, very important. So means one is a toxicity and one more is here under this heading. So we are going to discuss the toxicity of micronutrients. Next one, in other words, there is a narrow range of concentration at which the elements are optimum. So means here if you see there there is a narrow range of concentration at which the elements are optimum. So here the narrow range, if you see there the particular elements concentration will be normal, as well as the elements availability of elements also will be optimum. Next one, any mineral ion. Suppose if you take any mineral ion concentration in tissues, that reduces the dry weight of tissues by about 10%. Means suppose if you take one particular any mineral ion concentration in tissues, so that reduces the dry weight of tissues by about 10% is considered as toxic. Means in tissues, suppose mineral ion concentration in the tissues, suppose if it is more than the requirement, tissues, that reduces the dry weight of tissues by 10% is referred as toxicity. So means in tissues, the dry weight of the tissues, it must be there up to a certain weight, but instead of that weight, suppose the weight of the tissues it is reduced by 10% means, so they definitely that particular problem we can be taken as toxic. Okay, means now here the toxicity how it comes due to the availability of more number of nutrients. The moderate increase causes toxicity. Okay, next one, the toxicity symptoms are difficult. The toxicity symptoms are difficult to identify. So means here sir, deficiency symptoms already we have seen in previous video, no? Deficiency symptoms very easily appeared, but what about the toxicity symptoms? Means we could not find these toxicity symptoms very easily, so it takes like it is difficult to identify. So toxicity symptoms are difficult to identify. Next one, many a times excess of an element may inhibit the uptake of another element. So means here many times what we have observed means, so excess of an element, suppose if one particular element is being like excess, so excess of an element may inhibit the uptake of another element. So means here dominance, like how one particular element is being as like or being like in excess in quantities. So because of the availability of that particular element in huge quantities, it inhibits the uptake of another element. Means one particular element availability is being more, at the time that particular element is causes or it causes the inhibition of the uptake of another element. Okay, so likewise here one kind of a problem is going to be appeared. For example, the prominent symptom of manganese toxicity is that the appearance of brown spots. One more time, the prominent symptom of manganese toxicity is the appearance of brown spots surrounded by chlorotic veins. Means here the toxicity of the manganese. Toxicity of the manganese, if you see there no toxicity of manganese, we can find out by seeing of brown spots. Okay, so brown spots are going to be visible. So suppose in that particular plants, if the manganese availability is more, and here these brown spots also are surrounded by the chlorotic veins. So now the brown spots which are surrounded by the chlorotic veins. Next one, it is important to know that the manganese competes with the iron and magnesium for uptake. Means here one more another point, already we see now, suppose if one presence of element is being more, definitely which inhibits the uptake of the another kind of elements. So likewise here what is the point, when the manganese concentration is more in the so more in the soil or more in the plants, what is happening? No, so the manganese competes with the iron and magnesium for uptake. Now magnesium for binding with the proteins, so, or binding with the enzymes. So means here, so definitely it will not give or it will not permit the entry of iron as well as magnesium by the manganese. So means here the manganese that competes with the iron as well as magnesium for uptake. Okay, at the time the why this magnesium, sir? Means magnesium useful for the binding with the enzymes. Next one, manganese also inhibit the calcium translocation in shoot apex. So means before we have seen, so the manganese competes with the iron and one more is magnesium we seen. Manganese that competes with the iron and magnesium we see. Now one more, manganese also inhibits the calcium translocation in shoot apex. Calcium translocation in shoot apex. So means here the calcium translocation in shoot apex is also inhibited by the manganese. That's why therefore excess of manganese may in fact include the deficiencies of iron, magnesium and calcium. So thereby here, suppose in plant tissues, if there is excess quantities of the manganese, If there is a excess quantity of the manganese means, so because of the more quantities of the manganese, so definitely we will notice the deficiency symptoms of the iron, magnesium and calcium. Why? Here the manganese quantities are more. Because of the more quantities of the manganese, what we are finding? So we are observing the brown spots surrounded by the chlorotic veins. And here same points or the same deficiency symptoms we can be seen for even what are the elements? Iron, magnesium and calcium. Why? Because in excess quantity of the manganese, these three elements deficiency is there now. Why? Because these three elements uptake and utilization is inhibited by the manganese. So thereby here we are observing the brown spots surrounded by the chlorotic veins in cases of toxicity of the manganese means. So these kind of same deficiency symptoms we can be seen for the deficiency of iron, magnesium and calcium also now. So try to understand technically. Thus, what appears as symptoms of manganese toxicity may actually be the deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and calcium. So this is a point here we can be discussed. So thereby here in this particular page, what are the main important points we have seen? So 3 points first. Adequate quantities. So suppose if you supply the nutrients in sufficient quantities, so there will not be any problem. Suppose if you are providing very low quantities means, so at the time that gives the or that because of that one it causes the deficiency symptoms. Suppose if the more than the requirement if you provide means it causes the moderate increase. So thereby that particular phenomenon or that particular process we will be taking as toxicity. So means here in this particular case one more point, what is the thing we are discussing? So here so deficiency symptoms very easily we can find out, but the toxicity symptoms we cannot find out very clearly. It's difficult to identify. And suppose if any kind of element is being as in excess quantities means, so definitely it inhibits the uptake and utilization of some other kind of elements. Okay, suppose here the one example we are going to take, that is manganese. Suppose if the manganese availability is there in excess quantities, so excess quantity is there means, so what are the toxicity symptoms we can see means brown spots we can see. These brown spots are surrounded by the chlorotic veins. Later when the manganese concentrations are the more in the tissues, so automatically, so what is happening? It competes with the uptake of iron and magnesium first. Later it also inhibits the calcium translocation in shoot apex. So therefore excess of manganese may in fact induce the deficiencies of iron, magnesium and calcium. Thus what appears as a symptoms of manganese toxicity may actually be the deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and calcium. So thereby here what are the point? What are the symptoms we are observing in excess quantity of the manganese? We have seen same kind of symptoms or the deficiency symptoms we can also noticed or can be noticed in deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and calcium. Okay, so these are all main important terms under toxicity of micronutrients. Next one, the mechanism. So now the mechanism of absorption of elements. Now you see there mechanism of absorption of elements. Now mechanism, what is the mechanism is going to be taken place for the absorption of elements. Now let us see. So much of the studies on a mechanism of absorption of elements by the plants has been carried out in isolated cells, tissues and organs. Means here our scientists they have observed or they have performed different type of experiments or different experiments on where, so they have experimented on isolated cells, and they have experimented on the mechanism of absorption of elements even in tissues, and they have observed even on the organs also they have been carried out. Okay, later these studies revealed that the process of absorption can be demarcated into two main phases. So now here we are going to observe the mechanism for the absorption of elements, so that we can be for our convenience to study. So let us divide it into two main phases. One more time, these studies revealed that the process of absorption can be demarcated into the two main phases. So their first phase is, or in the first phase, an initially rapid uptake of ions into the free space or outer space of the cells by the apoplast. It is a passive mode of transport. So means, one more time you see there, first phase, there are two phases are there, no? So there the first one is the first phase, an initially rapid uptake of ions. Initial rapid uptake means here the process will be fast. Okay, the initial uptake of ions into the free space or outer space of the cells is known as apoplast, and it is a passive. It is a passive flow of absorption of elements. Why? Because already we have seen apoplastic pathway. So the apoplastic pathway, that process which occurs in between the intercellular spaces, means the gap which is present between the cell wall and cell membrane. Later, in a second phase of uptake, the ions are taken in slowly into the inner space. Means in first phase, so definitely the initially rapid uptake of ions, it is going to be taking place into the free space or outer space. Later, if you take the second one, apoplast transport or the absorption mechanism is in passive. Likewise, if you take the second phase of uptake, the ions are taken into the slowly into the inner space. Taken into slowly into the inner space. So that particular process we will be taking as symplast. Okay, so here why the process is slow here in symplast? Why? Because the mechanism of absorption of elements must be taken place cytoplasm, no. So means here it must move along with the liquids. So that's why the process of mechanism absorption in symplast will be slow. So, and the passive movement of ions into the apoplast usually occurs through the ion channels. So means here we have seen in apoplast, no, the passive movement of ions we have seen in apoplast usually occurs through the ion channels. The transmembrane of proteins that functions as selective pores. So selective pores are nothing but their carrier proteins are there, no. The carrier proteins which helps helps as ion channels, so which will helps in apoplastic pathway. Next one, on the other hand, the entry or the exit of ions, the entry as well as the exit of ions to and from the symplast regions. Symplast requires the expenditure of metabolic energy, which is an active process. So means if you take the another hand, second one is the entry or exit of ions. So and through the symplastic pathway definitely requires the expenditure of energy or expenditure of metabolic energy, which is an active process. Means here there are two important phases are there. One is active process and one more is passive process. Active process we will be taking as a Symplast, and passive process example is Apoplast. Now in Apoplast there is no consumption of ATP, or there is no need to depends on the ATP, but in case of Symplast definitely we need to depends on the metabolic energy known as ATP. So that's why symplastic pathway we will be taking as active process. Later, the movement of ions are usually flux, are usually called as flux or flux. Means here what is the point here? So definitely movement of ions means suppose here outward movement or inward movement or whatever may be that mode, no? So now the movement of ions are usually we are taking as a flux, 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 and inward movement into the cells. Now here the movement is there towards the cells. The inward movement into the cells we are taking as influx, and the outward movement we are taking as exflux or efflux. Just movement of ions we are taking as flux, and inward movement we are taking as influx, and the outward movement we are taking as efflux. Okay, so here in this particular case, no, sir, what are the points we have to remember more means? So definitely you need to remember, so there are two different types of phases are there. One is apoplastic pathway and the second one is symplastic pathway. In apoplastic pathway definitely, so we will see the rapid uptake of ions we can see, and there the apoplastic pathway, the definitely mechanism of absorption that can be seen between the intercellular spaces and the rapid fast mechanism, and there is no use of the ATP, or there is no need to depends on the ATP. Why? Because it is a passive mode of mechanism. Suppose if you take, and one more in apoplastic pathway, no, the mechanism and everything which will be taking place in the free space or outer space. That is only no free space or outer space is nothing but intercellular space only, no. Next one, apoplastic pathway, suppose if you take the symplastic pathway there, so definitely it takes place, it takes place where? It takes place within the cell. So thereby here definitely the pathway it will go very slowly. Okay, so thereby, and it requires the ATP energy also. So now later what we have seen, generally the movement of ions we are taking as a flux, and later inward movement of the protein or inward movement of inward movement in towards the cells we are taking as influx, and the outward movement we are taking as efflux. So this is a small information regarding the mechanism of absorption of elements. Later, translocation of solutes. The translocation of solutes. So there mineral salts are translocated through xylem along with the ascending stream of water. One more time, mineral salts are translocated through the xylem along with the ascending stream of water. Means here the point no need to discuss. Why? Because in the xylem definitely movement of water as well as minerals we can be seen towards the aerial parts. So that is the point here we are discussing, which is pulled up through the plant by the transpiration pull. So means here definitely here what are the points? No, once the water molecules enters into the xylem members, from the xylem members to these water molecules as well as minerals which will be translocated to the aerial parts. So by the process of transpiration pull, means first of all the minerals and mineral salts which are translocated through the xylem along with the ascending stream of water, and which is pulled up through the plant by the transpiration pull. Okay, so means here the mainly the transpiration pull which is playing an important role in a translocation of solutes from the one place to another place. Okay, so this is today's video information. In this video, what are the points we have discussed? First of all, we have discussed related to the toxicity of micronutrients. later mechanism of absorption of elements, later translocation of solutes we have seen. Okay, so one more time, if a possibility is there, watch this video 2 times, so thereby you will get the information into your mind, so thereby you will be familiar with the knowledge. Thank you and be safe at home.